holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On second down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now Wilson able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They go back to the ground with Williams. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Johnson's kick is good. And the Broncos the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Baron Browning able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 3rd and long. It's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Taking a peek at the rushing numbers for Spiller in last week's game. 13 carries, 52 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Spiller will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They run it again with Williams. Powers through him. Evades the tackler and now some space. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Oh, boy, hang on here. Injured player, and it's Russell Wilson. Certainly have to hope this is nothing major. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 2nd down and 6 now. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Draw play, Spiller.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Davis now to return it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. That is caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Here's Herbert.
Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Spiller.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Isaiah Spiller
with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On first down, it's White. Has pass incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Herbert on first down now. Williams brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Dawson.
And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
3rd and goal from the 6. Trying to surge ahead with Spiller.
And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Now White with a 1st down throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Returnable here for Davis. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
On 1st and 10, Herbert.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So we reach halftime. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, a give to Spiller.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. On 1st and 10, White. And this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's White. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Chris Rumph buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. White. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chargers offense back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Kyle Shanahan doesn't care much for that last call, so out comes the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Herbert now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Bust through the tackle. A very good return that time. 18 yards. Denver's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
White on 3rd and long. We're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that stretches the lead to 27. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
To throw, White. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And this offense and Isaiah Spiller head back out.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawson.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Dawson. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They'll run here with Spiller.
It's a room to maneuver. And they're
be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool. That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
They'll give to Spiller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
They'll look to run with Spiller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Here's White. And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You're going to have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. This from 32 yards away. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Now White. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before